Hello and welcome to Scientifically Speaking. Today we have an interesting one. The word Aleph. An Aleph is a sign of God. There are several Alephs, between 4 and 5, from ram's horns to this one. Now, the whole point of this is Alpha and Omega. He is the only God. He is the only true source of life. God is the Father, is the source of all life through Jesus and into the rest of the universe and reality. So wow, what do we have here? This is called the Aleph supercomputer. I'm just going to read it. It's going to be just a short part because there's not much on it. To enhance its international competitiveness in a variety of fields, the Institute for Basic Science, IBS, in collaboration with the IBS Centre for Climate Physics, ICCP, has purchased in 2018 a new Cray XC50 supercomputer. Cray is all I can say. Located at the IBS data center and supplemented by a big data storage system, this state-of-the-art facility will allow researchers to advance new frontiers in climate research, physics and mathematics. And there is one of the signs of the Aleph of God. Aleph, the name of the IBS supercomputer, is the first letter of the Hebrew alphabet, which signifies that this is the one or first supercomputer for IBS and ICCP. Now, see, it doesn't signify that this is the one or the first. This is all to do with God. This is God's Aleph, which means this is what he is. In addition, it also means wind or air. And what have I said wind and air is? Electromagnetism, which is electricity and magnetism. There isn't any wind, there is only the rotation of an electromagnetic field. I've said that many times. So I actually didn't know that that Aleph also means wind and air, but that's another notch on my headboard for telling about God and what he really is, which is he is an energy being who gives life to lifeless matter, which is us. So, in addition, it also means wind or air and refers to some of the research that is conducted on the supercomputer. The only place on Earth where all places are seen from every angle, each standing clear without any confusion or blending. George Louis Borges, the Aleph. That's pretty funny because I've only just seen this like 10 minutes ago and decided to just make a video. I've just been talking about my crystal mind. And I can tell you now, it was the only place on Earth where all places were seen from every angle, each standing clear without any confusion or blending. That's mad. For me, certainly. I've said it in a video before, though. I've seen what God sees. And I did say it was debilitating, incapacitating. Which means you have to have an interface that you can take these pictures, give them to the interface, and have the interface then speak. That would be Jesus. Jesus is the interface between an energy God and a matter universe, so that he can relay what the Father knows to Jesus, and then Jesus relays it to us. And that's obviously what I tried to do. I was given this massive amount of pictures, moving pictures, visions, and then had to re-explain them to everybody who watches my channel. So that's kind of cool, that my crystal mind is now suddenly displayed right in the middle of this page, where all places were. Basically everything I've ever seen, and as I said, many things that weren't. It was the only place on Earth where all places were seen from every angle, each standing clear, crystal, without any confusion or blending. Now you know how God thinks. That's why he had Jesus as an interface. I've been the interface from the Father or the Lord to you for what was in the small scroll, which obviously I've read out. And then suddenly you get things like this approaching. From nowhere. No one else has done a video on this. Well, I couldn't find any on the internet. I just put in Aleph supercomputer and it brought this up and nothing else. I was actually looking at Neanderthals and how suddenly apparently they were fighting with normal humans for 100,000 years. Or maybe longer. Some ridiculous stuff like that. So, they have now taken the name of God and stuck it on an AI machine. Why? Because the enemy wants a reflection of heaven. So everything that's going on here is a reflection of what is in heaven. And the enemy is trying to build it using matter, which there's a different ratio. We have a high matter to low energy ratio here. So I believe the inverted reflection in heaven would be a high energy, low matter, or low visibility matter, if you can get my meaning, like a really dense core, like a supposed black hole, but contained within a person, so that the light body shone out due to the massive electromagnetism that could be pushed through this black hole sized matter within your body, which creates the magnetic field. So you would have this incredible body made of light or electromagnetism, same as it is now, but this is energy covered in matter. That's what we are. Back to the Aleph supercomputer, I suppose. I love talking about stuff like this and finding something new. So a compute, store, analyze 468 Skylake compute nodes with 40 cores each and 192 gigabyte of RAM per node. Storage of 8.52 PIB Lustre parallel file system and 43 PB tape archive. And to analyze 4 data analysis nodes with 768 gigabyte memory and a 2 terabyte NVMe SSD. Korea's second fastest academic supercomputer. Aleph's peak performance is equivalent to 1.3 quadrillion floating point operations per second, 1.43 p-flops. It would take a single human 45 million years to complete the calculations that the Cray Cray XC50 can perform in 1 second. The new supercomputer is using a highly energy efficient liquid cooling system which helps to reduce power consumption and electricity costs. And it's located in Useong-gu, Daejeon, South Korea. Forgive me if my pronunciation's all wrong, but there you go. So, yeah, it's a little bit sad, but not surprising that a supercomputer is now called an Aleph. All right, thanks very much. My name is Lee. I follow the Christ, and I'm trying to let you know what's coming, which is total control with machine gods in charge. Whether they are or there's people in charge, either an interface or just somebody using it for their own gain, who knows. But I've just been watching Computing Forever, their channel, and they've been talking about the this flu-type virus that's going around. I have to watch my words, otherwise algorithms pick them up, even though probably me just saying the word Aleph has probably disqualified me from monetization. Or algorithms, anyway. Computing Forever, yeah, he talks about this virus out, the number 19 one, and due to a leaked document that I threw on my community page earlier today, it states that there's going to be a flu-like virus with a number 21 after it, and then you'll need to get some kind of passport healthcare vaccination system going, where basically if you don't do that and don't toe the line, and a lot of other horrors that are in that, yeah, if that would be true, which I can't state if it is, but the symmetry and elegance of it and sheer brutality of enforcing it leads me to believe that it's probably true, because the enemy obviously wants us all as slaves to a computer, showing that the children of God are worthless and are not worth saving. And can you be if you're bowing down to a metal god that's been built by hands? Funny that. There's a massive time of testing coming. It's already upon us, one after another, from hatred of other races to women acting like streetwalkers, 80% of you anyway, acting with a Jezebel spirit that basically cries out from the corner, "My husband is away, come on in, I have sprinkled my divan with aloe vera and cinnamon." That's how it's described in the Bible, of the woman calling out while her husband's away. But we all know that in relationships, that woman could be texting your best friend across the room, shouting out to all the men in the town via all those, everything from Facebook to Tinder, I guess. Those are the street corners where the ladies cry out to all the men in the town, and the men in the town don't know each other. So, yeah, we have a sexual destruction of ladies going on right now, and their morals. Yeah, there is a narcissistic spirit enveloping and invading many people. Women are the weaker sex, obviously. They're weaker physically, emotionally, financially, in a lot of occasions. Women are the weaker sex, and God was true. Unfortunately, it's in everything. So they are fooled first. All this feminism garbage, that's fooling you women, something chronic. And you've all ended up like shot deer. It's a bit of a shame. Sort yourself out, ladies, and go and speak with God and find out what makes you happy. You think what you're doing makes you happy, but there's plenty of 40-year-olds right now not happy. So next will be poverty and people being poor, the taking of property will start due to you not being healthy enough to own it because you won't take a vaccination and you won't take a test for these viruses that are now popping up. When you watch a lot of videos and you see the whole picture, the only place on earth where all the places are seen from every angle, each standing clear without any confusion or blending, is in your mind. It's the only place you can look. That's where your reality is kept. If you're living a different reality to the one that's in your head, you are living a false life, a fake life. Everyone is about to be revealed for what they are. The changing electromagnetic field is going to do this to people's minds. And everything that was hidden will be uncovered. Everything. And it's already starting. Women's true nature is being discovered by men. What I do know is that narcissistic behaviour is universal between both sexes. I don't think I've ever met a narcissistic man, though, which is funny, because from the descriptions they would show up, but they don't. So the narcissism of IBS computers has made them take the name of God and blaspheme it. And this thing is going to say many abhorrent things about God. Does say the enemy's going to do that, right? Somebody's going to arrive, the Antichrist, and write blasphemous things and say blasphemous things and perform great miracles. Now you have a supercomputer called Aleph. Thanks very much. My name is Lee. I follow the Christ. And God doesn't want anyone to perish. Thanks very much. Bye.